We're in Fredonia, Kansas. We're with some friends that we met last night at Fall River, and we're about to go in and have lunch.
He's my twin, can't you tell? That's just a Kersey, just to buy a pizza on a Sunday. The crew did. The guy finds out what we're doing. He calls the mayor. He calls the police chief. We end up being there for 3 hours. They don't have to be horse people. They don't have to be cow people. They can be law enforcement, to fabricators, to preachers, to, oh gosh, everybody. And I've always grew up in rural America where a lot of people had a lot of talent but never got a pat on the back and said, you know, you are one talented. Mountain Home, Idaho. So this guy named Clarence Miller, and I was a coach at Mountain Home. And I said, Clarence, how do I get through Mountain Home? And he said, Bill, I have no idea how you get around. Too much private. I don't know, Bill. You'll have to go clean through it. And so I said, well, we better get coordinated with the police department. We called the chief of police. When I get into town, he said, whenever he gets into town, you call this number. I called the number. Here comes the public relations, 2 motorcycle cops, you know, the whole deal. They're going to go. And they said, yeah, your whole crew is staying right here in this hotel. Huh. The next question is where I'm going to put the horse. Can't stay in this fancy hotel. They go Ray Hunt's. We just call Ray Hunt. Their horse is one. The most famous horse clinic guy in the world. Oh, you're like, here he is on the phone. He's like, put your horse up in my place, Bill. I'm going to a clinic. I didn't ask him where. He's my place is. They know where my place is. Yeah, I would think so. Sure. Because if it wasn't for some of that support, I would have been crashed. Oh well.
Don't quit. That's what we hear. Don't quit.
Yeah, don't quit.
You hear that a lot.
Oh yeah.
They're banking on. They put in everything too. And you start thinking negative thoughts. Like, oh God, did I just wreck them? I mean, it's all for nothing. And then someone just, you know, just says, we're so proud of you. Man, it just uplifts your spirits just right away. I mean, you know, maybe they're financially secure, but they're not really, they don't think they've achieved their happiness or their dream. And maybe I represent that freedom and that dream of, like chasing your dream. How do you afford to do this? And I was like, you know, you gotta just go for it. You can't keep, you know, if you would have planned this whole deal out, well, first of all, you couldn't plan this whole deal out. There's no way.
We sat down and tried to put together a plan.
Oh, we were planning for 6-7 months. The whole.
You would, I guess what I'm getting at is, if somebody came up to you and said, Bill, this ain't gonna pan out. You're gonna end up
broke.
Sure. Would you quit?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna do all this 2/3 of the way and go, well, you know, it's gonna break you. I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna complete it. It's like I said, I don't think it's all about me. I think if I'm shocking all that this 4-year-old, that you can buy enough.
Are you going into debt?
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
To do your dream?
Sure.
Why?
Well, because those people you just said, we're real proud of you.
Yeah.
And if I'm shocked and awed that the people and the places I'm going to right now, just think what, if we're profiling it, just think that we're doing our part. We're doing our part.